Welcome back to Carolina AM. Back on set, Clay Abney. And this time, Clay is, I teased this before, but Clay is going to show us some of those things that we need to include in our backpack for our expedition, whether it be a long one or a short one. But these are some of the basics that we're going to be needing, right, Clay?
Absolutely. And, you know, backpacking is not really roughing it. I mean, yeah, maybe back in the, 20, 30 years ago, you might have been roughing it. But now, I mean, they've made things so much lighter, so much more technology goes into things to lighten things up. Mm-hmm. Yes, you're still having to carry everything on your back, but you can actually maximize it, and you can actually carry a few luxury items with you as well. Okay,
well, let's talk about some of those things that you put in your backpack.
Okay.
And this, I know you can start small, and as you get better at hiking, those kind of things, then you include more into the backpack. Because you said one of the things that you really want to do is practice with weights before you do this, because it's
well, it's a good
arduous
resistance workout just to take your pack and load it down with some weight, walk around the neighborhood. Yes, you get some, curious looks from your neighbors and stuff like that, but it's good to keep them thinking and guessing. So
Clay got kicked out of the house again. Right?
Exactly. So a backpack is, most people are familiar with them, but they're not familiar with maybe how to pack one. Well, the first thing you want to do is you don't want your weight all sitting down low. You want it to be sitting more central, up closer towards the shoulder blades. So the first thing you're going to do is, Greg, I'll get you to hold this.
I'll do that. I'll hold that.
Hold that. And we're going to take the sleeping bag, because it takes up a little bit of room, but it doesn't really weigh a lot. So you want that down at the bottom, and it's also the last thing you're going to need at the end of a day. So you just put it down in the bottom of your pack.
Okay.
It takes up some space, fills it up.
All right.
And then from there, you want to go with your next heavier things, like your tent. This is a two-person tent. I'm tall, so I don't like to be crammed into a one-person.
Okay, these things are still kind of small compared to when I went camping. All this stuff was so bulky.
Absolutely.
But these are pretty compact.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So take the tent.
Okay, I got the tent.
We're going to put it down more central, and we're going to take food. Food's going to be your heaviest thing, but the great thing is the more days you spend on the trail, the lighter the weight of the food gets, so the less weight that you're carrying. Everything else is going to be the same. So we're going to put that down the side. I'm
going to go on a limb and say there are no beer or nachos in that bag.
Well, you can pack those, but remember, pack it in, pack it out.
Okay, I got it right.
Then we got a sleeping pad, because you don't want to have an uncomfortable night.
No, that's bad.
So it fits there. And we're going to slide it down there as well. So this is, now we've got almost everything centralized. So a lot of the weight's right here near your shoulder blades.
Okay.
And then we're going to get you to hold that again.
All right. I feel like I should put this on. This is quite heavy. I mean, these things are not small by any means.
And then clothes. Clothes is going to depend on the time of the year. This time of the year, you can carry the least amount because it's warm. You don't have to carry the jackets. And
I read that on your website. That's very
absolutely
good to know.
So we'll take and put the clothes in there.
Okay. Now, when it comes to like washing clothes, you've been out for a few days. You just find a river or stream and wash them in the stream, or
or just don't.
Or just don't.
Just, rotate, turn things inside out. You can wash things. I'm
starting to sound like your wife now. That's what Jen would ask.
And then with food, you're going to have to obviously have a way to cook it. And if you're going if you're going solo or just two people and you want to maximize it, you can carry something small like this. Or you can even go with something a little bit larger.
And that is what is that, Clay?
It is a pot. Actually, it actually expands. Let me get the top off of it here. You just push it out, and it's a pot. Fits on top of the stove.
Clay, you've been doing this for a long time. This is pretty incredible.
Absolutely. So, yes, if you're going to put that, but for the sake of packing space, we're going to put the small one in there.
All right.
Then we have a kitchen cook kit. Got a couple of, your sporks and whatever. Got a couple of plates here. They do the same thing. They become a bowl or a plate. And then in here, I've got a little spatula and whatever. Actually, the stove top is actually in here, and it fits on top of a butane canister.
Oh my gosh. Listen,
slide that down in there.
Here's the deal. Clay brought one of these backpacks too, fully packed, and to show us exactly what it's going to look like, and we've got that over on the set. If you're out there looking, going, you know what, I want to take a hike. I want to take a day hike. You can go to clayabney.com, learn more about that, and if you have some specific questions that you would like to ask the expert, read his stories, but give him a call, email him, and he will get back to you and kind of give you some further instructions of maybe where to go to get some of these products.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're a beginner hiker.
Yes.
Because you don't need all of this at first.
Absolutely not. I started out early in back in the 80s, and we wore cotton. You know, now I wear everything is synthetic, but you know, I wore cotton. I didn't know any better, so it's kind of like, you know, back, you know, when you didn't have air conditioning, well, you didn't know it was hot.
Laura, our producer, wants me to ask you about the stove. Is that right, Laura? Oh, there's something in the stove for me?
Oh, wait. Yes, absolutely. Oh. Well, rumor has it that, hold on, we'll set this off to the side.
Okay,
rumor has it that Greg is a big fan of Yeti, and I contacted my friends at Yeti, and to further, I know you talked about being more adventurous, so
yes.
To further your adventures, Yeti would like to help kickstart some of your adventures.
What?
With
Are
your
you
own
kidding
rolling leg. Hold on.
Are you kidding me?
We're not done here.
What?
And a Yeti backpack
What?
cooler.
Are
You got your own
kidding
backpack,
me?
so you can carry your, you know, your drinks and food to
Oh my gosh, Clay!
the
this
beach.
is
and
absolutely
one
incredible.
other.
What? This is off the charts exciting.
Your own water bottle. So when we do go backpacking, you'll be able to carry your own water and your gear.
That is one of the
so
coolest things.
I'm going to hook you up, and
Clay, that is so kind of you.
we're going to get you out on an adventure.
We appreciate that. And you'll be able to read all about my expedition on Clay's website. Again, that's clayabney.com. Listen, I know we're dear friends, but this is very exciting. I thank you so much
Absolutely.
for your hospitality and your generosity. Thank you to the folks at Yeti. I'll be making sure to give them a shout out today. And man, this is gonna look great at the Ritz-Carlton. That's where I'm gonna do my next camping adventure. Okay. Thanks for being here.
We'll start small.
Thanks. And Jennifer Abney, I took good care of Clay today. Up next, a former president, he gets a little red convertible. That's his gift. We've got showbiz highlights on the other side of the break. You're watching Carolina AM.